Hey, it's Jackson. I just want to tell you the story of kind of the happiness major and happiness studies. And it really started out my freshman year of college. I was doing all this achieving, right? Like I had the majors, the grades, the curriculars, whatever. But I was kind of struggling. I felt a little lost, and it was really kind of this, what should I do with my life type question, right? And I was just a little stuck, right? I was struggling, to be honest. And of course, I had the external desires, right, of pick the right major, get a great career, be successful, and have a good life. But really, on the inside, I just wanted to feel better, right? Because I was kind of scared. I was afraid of becoming one of those people who looks back on their life with regrets, or getting older and being, well, why did I spend my life focused on that, right? And so like I said, I was kind of stuck, right? I started looping, so I'd be going back and forth and going all over it. I'm going to be a banker, I'm going to be a consultant, I'm going to be a tech guy, I'm going to be a PhD, right? And I just, I kept thinking, well, what should I do? What do I have to do to be successful? And I just felt like I was never going to get an answer. And then, one day, one summer, that all started to change. So I started to think, instead of, well, what should I do? What do I have to do? I started to think, well, what do I want to do? What do I want to learn about? I mean, what do I, what am I already kind of studying? And that's when it started to click. And I said, well, why not just study happiness, right? I'm already kind of doing it with reading and mindfulness, and I'm like, we all want to be happy, right? So, why study finance, right? Or why study biology, engineering? It's because, we want to get a good job, make a living to be happy. Right? So I'm like, well, why not just cut out the middleman? Why do I got to study all that? Can't I just study happiness? And so that's what I decided to do, right? I said, I'm going to kind of focus on happiness education. And so that, I decided that was the plan, but that was just the start of the challenge, right? Because I had to say, well, how do I even go about studying happiness, and how do I turn that into something real? And so what I, kind of decided to do, first of all, I was like, I'm going to have to create something, right? I'll just create my own major, and that's what I did, because, we definitely don't learn about in school how to be happy, right? I never learned about mental health, diet and exercise, financial wellness, any of those things, right? If you can tell, I'm not a huge fan of traditional education, because I feel like it, fills us with information and, teaches us to do what we're told, but it doesn't really give us the skills to, empower us to actually live better and, live happier lives. And so, like I said, that's what I did. I ended up creating my own with the University of Alabama New College, maybe the first ever Bachelor of Science in Happiness. Got to check that one. And then, I said that was only part of the challenge, because the real challenge was, how do I turn that into something real, and kind of go beyond. And I realized that would have to be that happiness education piece, right? So I need to create kind of a vehicle to share the learning of the art and science of happiness, with the world. And so that's really what all of this is about, right? So the website here is meant to be a platform to share kind of the learning, the insights, whatever, right? Created the major, actually founded Happiness Major programs to take my work to like colleges and organizations. I'm actually very excited to be teaching a Happiness 101 course at the University of Alabama in the spring. And so I say all that, that's great, but what I think's really special is kind of the transformation that happened to me inside, right? I said I was struggling. What should I do with my life? What do I really want? And what I realized is actually what the Dalai Lama said. And he said that the very purpose of life is happiness, whether you believe in religion or not, whether you believe in this religion or that religion. We all want a better life. And so the very motion of our life is towards happiness. And so, that being said, I invite you to join me on this journey. Explore the site, try our weekly emails, maybe check out a program, resources, the blog, whatever it is, because I really believe that kind of happiness education is the vehicle that we can use to create a better world.